Arabia, land of never-ending desert, where shimmering sands broil beneath the beating sun. What, you ask, does all this have to do with the Thackeray Realty Company? Let's go back to this morning, when all seemed right with the world, and I wasn't in trouble. Yet.
Yes, Judge Morgan, I'll tell Mr. Thackeray. The Arabian Club, 12:30 luncheon. Mr. Bean Blossom, too? Yes, sir, I'll tell them both. Thank you. Bye.
Morning, Julie. Oh, Mr. Thackeray's not in yet, huh?
No, he isn't. But I have some wonderful news.
Oh, you mean he's not coming in at all today?
The wonderful news is Judge Morgan called and invited Mr. Thackeray to lunch.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And you too, Bob.
Me too? I wonder why he did that.
I don't know, but he sounded very cordial. You must have made quite a hit with him at the dinner last night.
Oh, no, Julie, it was Mr. Thackeray that made the hit. Oh, he was just wonderful. You should have heard him. Gay, witty, debonair. I just couldn't stop laughing at all those funny stories he told.
But, Bob, I distinctly heard him tell you to laugh at everything he said.
Julie, I would have laughed anyway. Probably. Oh, no kidding. He was the life of the party. Well, he'll be all business this morning. Fortunately, I've got my work done. That's one thing about Mr. Thackeray. He never makes...
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What a gorgeous, gorgeous day it is.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Thackeray. My goodness, you certainly do look chipper today. Oh, Mr. Thackeray, I sorted out all the papers on the Long Beach deal if you care to go over them with me.
Bubbo, I feel too good today to talk about business. Just think. This time tomorrow, I'll be a full-fledged member of the ancient and exalted order of Arabian.
You can't fail to make it, sir. You just can't fail.
Here's one you missed, Bubbo.
Oh, Mr. Thackeray, I'm sorry. This is a contract.
Contract, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, you've just found a loophole in it. Get it? Loophole. I'm just as sharp as I was last night.
Certainly.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Thackeray,
Yeah.
Judge Morgan called and invited you to lunch at the club.
You hear that, Bubbo?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be a member, going to be a member of the Arabian Club.
Mr. Thackeray. Miss Thackeray?
Huh?
About the Long Beach deal.
Yes, of course. You know, Robin, this may change my whole life.
What, sir?
Being initiated into the Arabian Club,
Oh, yes.
participating in all their charitable works, devoting my life to good deeds.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Mr. Thackeray, it ought to be a big help to your business, too. After all, the most influential men in town belong to the Arabian Club.
Right, Bob. The way I figure it, in about 2 years, I can clean up it. Robin, I'm interested solely in the fraternal aspects.
Oh, yes, of course, sir. Mr. Thackeray, your tie's a bit crooked. I'll fix it for you, if you don't mind.
That was a pretty good speech I made last night, eh, Bob?
Oh, yes, sir. Just wonderful, sir. Hardly anyone fell asleep while you were talking.
Somebody fell asleep?
Well, just old Mr. Fogarty. Of course,
Oh.
he's supposed to be 85 years old. It's going to be a pleasure having lunch with you and Judge Morgan today, sir.
You're having lunch with us?
Well, yes, sir. He invited me.
He did?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, of course. Come along if you like, Robert. That's all right. I wonder why he invited you.
Well, sir, I think it's perfectly obvious. Any friend of yours is a friend of his.
Huh?
Just shows you how much they think of you, sir.
Yes, I guess it does.
It just occurred to me, Mr. Thackeray, I think I better have Julie retype this to get the loophole out.
Hey, Robert, weren't you supposed to close this Long Beach deal this morning?
This morning?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I do that, sir, I'll miss the lunch.
Oh, no, I wouldn't hear of it. Forget all about
Yes,
Long Beach.
Of
course, we might miss the sale.
Oh, I see. And guess we couldn't have that, huh?
No, we couldn't, could we? Well, I suppose you better get started, Robert, and take all the time you need. Take all day if necessary.
Yes, sir. Well, have a nice lunch, Mr. Thackeray.
I tell you, Herbie, we got to be very careful about our new members. You can't tell anything about a man until you catch him off guard.
Well, that's the purpose of this lunch, isn't it? If a man can keep his head when things are going wrong, his character is sturdy and his moral fiber strong. Well, we better get organized. They'll be coming along any minute.
Yes, if Thackeray passes this test, he's just the kind of man we're looking for.
Got the shaving cream for the dessert? This looks more like whipped cream than the real stuff.
Yeah. Well, get rid of it. Here's Thackeray now. Over here, Willis.
Hello there, Mr. Thackeray.
Afternoon, Dr. Wallace. How are you, Judge?
Fine, thanks. Where's young Bean Blossom?
He had to go to Long Beach on very urgent business.
Well, that's too bad. I was looking forward to seeing him again.
Well, I doubt very much if he'll get back in time for lunch.
Thackeray, here I am, sir. I'm sorry I'm late, gentlemen. Dr. Wallace, Judge Morgan, Mr. Thackeray. Oh, I forgot I work for you. Proud to be your boss, Bobo. Thank you, sir.
How'd you get back from Long Beach so soon?
Had a tailwind all the way.
Well, shall we have lunch, gentlemen? Mr. Bean Blossom.
You, sir?
Thank you.
George,
Thank you, Doctor.
bring out the ancient archival order of sustenance.
Yes, sir. We start with mock turtle soup, gentlemen.
My favorite soup.
Yeah. My, it certainly looks good.
Go right ahead, boys. Like it, Bean Blossom?
Could use a bit more salt, sir. Should have checked that. Just right.
Pardon me, Bobo, but if you could have seen your face, just right. You'll be drinking water for the rest of the month. Delicious. I always like a little pepper.
Something wrong, sir?
Who's responsible for this outrage?
Terribly sorry, sir. I thought they had the top on tight.
Thought they had the top on. Thought they. Well, I guess that's one on me. Shall we get on with the luncheon, gentlemen?
Next course, George.
Yes, sir.
And more water, if you don't mind. Just bring the pitcher.
As I always tell Bob here, a man's ability to control his temper is a measure of his character.
You always say that, Mr. Thackeray. Yes, sir.
Ah, pumpkin pie. How I love it.
Yes, me too.
You get our coffee, George. I'll serve the whipped cream.
Oh.
So, whipped cream, Willis?
Thank you, Judge. I really go for whipped cream.
More?
Just a trifle.
Judge Morgan, may I have some whipped cream, too, please, on mine?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How about you, Herbie?
No thanks. I'm on a diet.
Same here.
What kind of pie is this?
It's pumpkin pie, Mr. Thackeray, and it's delicious.
Delicious. Well, that isn't whipped cream. It's shaving cream or something.
Well, I like it. It could stand a bit more sugar.
More sugar? I say it's shaving cream. Waiter! Waiter!
Yes, sir.
This doesn't taste like whipped cream. It tastes like soap.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. There was a slight mix-up in the kitchen this morning.
Slight mix-up in the kitchen. You waiters are all alike. I'm going to see to it that you're fired.
But please, sir.
Fired! Excuse me, gentlemen.
He fired me.
Oh, please don't feel bad, sir. I'll go to the manager and tell him something nice about you. I'll tell him how you, well, I'll make up something.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you both for inviting me for lunch.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, young man.
Goodbye, sir.
Well, Herbie?
Let's put it up to the Supreme Caliph.
Right. O high and exalted Supreme Caliph, have you reached a decision on candidate
Your Supreme Caliph has observed.
And your decision, mighty one?
Thackeray is out.
Out. As a matter of fact, Julie, I have only one criticism of the lunch. There should have been a touch more sugar in the shaving cream.
Shaving cream? On pumpkin pie?
Yeah, well, there was a mix-up in the Yes, sir? Oh, the telegram from Mr. Thackeray. Thank you. Listen to this, Julie. He's made it. He's made it. I know it. The ancient and exalted order of Araby takes pleasure in selecting for initiation at sundown this evening the Honorable Robert S. Beanblossom. He made it, Julie. He made it. Honorable Robert S. Beanblossom. Oh, Julie, I made it instead. Oh, Julie, it's just 1 hour till sundown. What am I going to do?
You better think of something pretty quick. Mr. Thackeray should be back any minute.
I'm thinking. I've got it. There'd be a vacancy for Mr. Thackeray if I went down to the river and... No, there's no water in the river this time of year. Julie, suppose I just tell Mr. Thackeray exactly what happened.
The truth?
Yes, the truth. I'd say, Mr. Thackeray, the club turned you down for membership, but they nominated me instead.
They did, eh? Well, Bob, old boy, you're fired!
Yep. Why can't there be water in the river this time of year? Well, Julie, I just can't believe it still. Why
Mr.
would they...
Thackeray!
What?
He's coming!
Yeah?
Bob, destroy that telegram.
Destroy it. Destroy it.
Oh, Julie, I got my robes.
I'll take them, Mr.
No,
Thackeray.
no, no, no. Bobo, what are you doing there?
Oh, well, it was just a bit chilly in here, sir. There's nothing like an open fire, I always say.
Well, anybody that likes shaving cream on pumpkin pie, Didn't that wire come yet?
Wire? Oh, you need a piece of wire, sir?
Telegram. Well, while I'm waiting, I think I'll try on my robes.
Yeah.
Stick around, kiddies.
Robert S. Beanblossom, sometimes
Julie, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Do the sensible thing, Bob. Go through with the initiation tonight.
Go through with it. He'd be furious. You heard him say he'd fire me.
I said that, Bob, not Mr. Thackeray.
Well, there you are. Everybody's against me.
Listen, Bob, if you're a member, you'll be in a perfect position to get Mr. Thackeray in. You can work on Judge Morgan from the inside.
Yeah. Julie, that's wonderful. Mr. Thackeray would be obligated to me for the rest of his life. A grateful Mr. Thackeray. I can just picture it. Bawling me out, but smiling.
Julie, Bob still there?
Yes, Mr. Thackeray.
Good. I want you both to go to the wall facing my door and prepare for a dazzling spectacle. Well, how do I look?
My goodness, Mr. Thackeray, I never realized you were so handsome.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. You look like a 30-year-old Rudolph Valentino movie, sir. I mean, you look like something that belongs on a horse. What I really mean to say is, Miss Thackeray, well, if the impossible should happen and the telegram doesn't come...
Telegram doesn't come? What the devil are you talking about? Oh, don't be silly. Go home, my boy.
Yes, sir. Goodbye, Miss Thackeray. Good night, Julie.
Nice.
Kismet. Oh, that Robin. What a worrywart. I'm so positive I'm going to be a member that But I wonder why they haven't sent that telegram. Why should I wait for a telegram? Call Judge Morgan at home.
Judge Morgan? Yes, sir.
Julie, you've just heard one reason why Bob doesn't get ahead. Who wants anyone around with a long face? They want the jolly type, like me.
Judge Morgan? Just a minute, please. Mr. Thackeray is calling.
Judge Morgan? Willis Thackeray. I think there's been a little slip-up in the nominating committee.
No, there's been no slip-up, Willis. You're not getting any telegram.
Not getting it.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's the way it goes. You understand, old man. Goodbye, Willis.
Goodbye, Judge Morgan. This idiotic costume. That silly initiation ceremony. Who wanted to be a member of the Arabic Club anyhow? I did.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Thackeray.
Some sneaky, underhand double-crosser has beat me out. And I'll find out who it is if it's the last thing I ever do.
How can you, Mr. Thackeray?
One of my best friends, Joe Fogarty, is a member of the Arabian Club. And Joe owes me a favor. Julie, I'm going to be at that initiation tonight. Willis Thackeray won't take this lying down.
Welcome to Araby, most well-born and noble neophyte. Welcome.
Oh, it's you, Doctor. I mean, Caleb.
Welcome, candidate Bean Blossom, to the ancient and exalted order of Araby.
Well, thank you, sir. But there's someone else I'd like you to welcome instead. You see,
And now to the robing room, neophyte. Where Caliph Fogarty will see that you are properly attired for the mystic rite.
Yes.
Come, noble neophyte.
Just a minute, fellows. I mean, noble fellows. It's about... It's loud, isn't it? Where was I? Oh, yes. It's about Willis Thackeray. You made a terrible mistake turning him down. He's a wonderful man, and
Cease, neophyte. Willis Thackeray has been judged and found wanting.
Well, that's what I mean. You see, he's been wanting to get into the club for years. If you'll just listen to me,
We shall proceed according to schedule.
Well,
A robing room.
You'll just let me explain.
Stay here, neophyte. We shall return.
But if you'll just let me tell you about Mr. Thackeray, you see,
Select your robe from that rite. Soon you will appear before the Council of Judgment.
The Council of Judgment, yes, sir. But it's really Mr. Thackeray who should...
Bring in the next neophyte.
Yes, Caleb.
And summon Caliph Fogarty to the robing room.
Joe Fogarty?
Hey?
About time I found you.
Well, if it isn't Willis Thackeray. Now, what are you doing here, Willis? You're not the member.
I know it. I sneaked in. Joe, I need your help.
Excuse me, Willis. Got work to do.
Hold on there, Joe. Now, Joe, at noon today, I was practically a member of this club.
Yeah.
And then some low-down double-crosser moved in on me.
Well, now, Willis, did it ever occur to you that the low-down double-crosser might have been a decent, hard-working young man?
Now, wait a minute. Whose side are you on?
Oh, yours, Willis. Yours, of course.
Well, then you listen to me. Now, Joe, you know I'd give my right arm to belong to this club. Now, you tell me the truth. Who took my place?
Tell you the truth, yeah? Well, now, Willis, I can't tell you that. No, sir, I think your best bet is to go to the Supreme Caliph and make a clean breast of things. Tell him how you broke in here tonight, too.
Wouldn't he throw me out?
Well, yes, probably will, but you have to admire your courage. Supreme Caliph, Willis.
I'll do it. Where'll I find him?
It's right out there, Willis. You can't miss it, no matter what you do.
Thanks a million, Joe. And by the way, when you get home, you better gargle. You're coming down with a terrible cold.
Don your headdress.
What?
We now appear before the Supreme Caliph.
Yes, sir, Supreme Caliph.
Kneel, O neophyte. Bow low. Supreme Caliph.
Neophyte Bean Blossom reporting for duty, sir. The waiter. Why, you're the waiter. What? Oh, no.
I appreciate your concern, Neophyte. I'm not really a waiter. I'm the Supreme Caliph.
The Supreme... Oh, then that's why Mr. Thackeray wasn't...
Something is amiss. There's an interloper loose somewhere.
Yes, I know.
Find him, yeah.
He will be punished.
Punish him, yeah.
Stay. Stay.
Oh, Supreme Caliph, are you in your sanctuary? A thousand humble excuses, Supreme Caliph, but I must talk to you.
Go, Caleb. Go seek the interloper who's loose in our midst. Oh, you can't depend on help nowadays. I'll go myself.
But, sir, I am the interloper. Let me tell you my story.
Tell your story to Caleb Fogarty. He loves a good story, you know.
But I just left Caleb Fogarty, and he told me to see you.
I did? Then speak, noble interloper. But first, bow low.
Yes.
No, low. With your knees on the floor. Your head on the floor. Now count to 1,000 by 10.
Yes, Supreme Caliph. 1,000?
Start counting.
I obey your noble orders. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Sir, the interloper's in there. And as much as I hate to say it, it's Mr. Thackeray.
Willis Thackeray?
Yes, sir. And I'm resigning as of right now. I want him to take my place. He deserves it. Oh, please, fellas. Being a member of the Arabian Club means more to him than... It'll just break his heart if you don't take him in.
Cease, Neophyte. Brothers, I have an idea. 210, 220, 230. 290, 300. 310, 320, 300. Rise, interloper!
Oh, so I'm trapped. But at least tell me the name of the...
Cease, Neophyte Thackeray.
All right, throw me out. But before I go... Neophyte Thackeray?
You mean? Yes, due entirely to the pleas of one of our members, a very great friend of yours. You will soon be a Caliph of Araby.
Good old Joe Fogarty.
No, not Joe Fogarty. Remove your headdress, O sponsor of Willis Thackeray.
But
Remove
please,
your
sir,
headdress.
Bean Blossom.
Oh, hi, Mr. Thackeray. I mean, Brother Neophyte.
I'm going to take you in my bare hands and tear you limb from... Wait a minute. Why am I getting mad? I'm happy. You got me into the club.
Huh? Exactly.
Yeah. I've seen that face before.
Sorry, sir. There was a slight mix-up in the kitchen this morning.
Please, sir, just... Julie!
My hero.
Just call me Chic Bean Blossom.